Sometimes life shakes your world, not to destroy you, but to wake you up. When everything feels safe and familiar, we cling to it, even if it's slowly killing our dreams. But life has a way of forcing change when we are too afraid to take the first step. This is the story of Rahul, a man who lost everything he thought he needed, only to discover the life he was truly meant to live. Rahul lived a life that was perfectly safe and painfully empty. Every morning he woke up to the same alarm, took the same crowded bus, sat at the same office desk, and returned home to the same quiet room. People around him admired his stable life. His parents proudly said he had a secure job. Relatives praised him for being sensible. Society loved him because he never took risks. But Rahul didn't love his life. Deep inside, he felt like a bird trapped in a cage. He once had dreams of writing, speaking, and doing something meaningful, but fear was stronger than his dreams. Fear of failure, fear of embarrassment, fear of stepping outside the comfort zone he had built around himself. So he convinced himself that this boring, predictable life was good enough, even though every night he slept with emptiness in his chest. Then one day, life changed everything. His company announced restructuring. Departments would change. Roles would expand. Responsibilities would grow. Everyone felt nervous, but Rahul felt terrified. He silently prayed his routine would stay untouched. But life doesn't listen to fear. He was transferred to a department that demanded creativity, leadership, and confidence qualities he believed he didn't have. Instead of trying, Rahul hid behind fear. He avoided challenges. He stayed quiet in meetings. He doubted every move. His fear didn't protect him. It slowly destroyed him. Soon, the inevitable happened. He lost his job. The moment he heard those words, his world collapsed. Standing outside the office building, holding his termination letter, he felt numb. The stability he clung to disappeared in seconds. Shame filled him. He felt like a failure. He avoided friends, ignored calls, and stayed locked inside his room. He blamed destiny. He blamed life. He kept asking, "Why me? What did I do wrong?" One evening, he went to visit his grandfather, a calm, wise man who had faced many battles in life. Rahul expected comfort. Instead, he received truth. "Do you know the most dangerous place to live?" His grandfather asked gently. "It's not a battlefield. It's your comfort zone." Rahul looked up, confused. "In comfort, nothing grows," his grandfather continued. "No courage, no strength, no dreams. Only fear. You thought staying the same kept you safe, but staying the same destroyed you." Then he shared his own story, how he once lost his job, money, and stability. At the time, he thought life was punishing him. But that painful change forced him to rebuild himself. And that led to the happiest chapter of his life. "Life doesn't always ask permission before changing you," his grandfather said softly. "Sometimes it breaks your routine to rebuild your purpose." Change is not your enemy, Rahul. Fear is. Those words didn't magically fix everything, but they lit a small spark inside him. The next morning, Rahul did something he hadn't done in years. He tried. He began writing his thoughts. He faced the truth. He wasn't unhappy because life was cruel. He was unhappy because he refused to move. Slowly, he rediscovered his dreams, the ones he had buried for years. Storytelling, guiding people, inspiring others. For the first time, he decided to walk toward them. He read books. He learned. He applied for opportunities. He faced rejection after rejection, but this time he didn't collapse. Each no hurt, but it also made him stronger. The fear that once controlled him slowly began to lose its power. Then one day, an opportunity appeared. A community center needed someone to help children build confidence and communication skills. It wasn't glamorous. It didn't offer high pay, but it felt meaningful. Old Rahul would have run away. New Rahul said yes. On his first day, his hands shook, his voice trembled. Fear stood beside him like a shadow. But when he looked into the hopeful eyes of the children, something inside him changed. He spoke, he taught, he listened. And for the first time ever, he felt alive while working. Days turned to weeks. Weeks turned to months. Rahul dedicated himself to those children. He guided them, motivated them, helped them believe in themselves. And in doing so, he healed himself too. People began to notice him. Schools invited him to speak. More students joined. Parents thanked him. His life no longer felt empty. It was filled with purpose, gratitude, and meaning. One day, he was invited to speak at a large motivational event. Standing on stage, under bright lights, he remembered the person he once was, the man terrified of change, clinging desperately to a life that slowly drained his spirit. And he remembered the day he lost his job, the day he thought his life ended. Now he understood. That day didn't destroy him. It saved him. He shared his journey with the audience. He spoke about comfort zones disguised as safety. He spoke about how fear lies to us. He explained how sometimes life has to shake us, remove things, and break plans, not to punish us, but to guide us to where we truly belong. Change didn't break me, Rahul said softly. It built me. Losing my job didn't ruin my life. It rescued me from a life that wasn't meant for me. If life hadn't forced me to change, I would still be stuck, unhappy, and afraid. People applauded with tears in their eyes. Later, Rahul stood outside his old office building, the place where he once felt his world collapse. But instead of pain, he felt gratitude. "Thank you," he whispered, "for pushing me forward." He finally understood something powerful. Life will not always stay the same. People will leave. Jobs will end. Seasons will change. Plans will fail. But every change carries purpose. Every ending hides a beginning. We just need the courage to trust it. So if life ever pushes you, don't panic. Don't break. Don't run. Maybe life isn't punishing you. Maybe it's preparing you. Maybe it isn't ending your journey. Maybe it's just beginning the one you were truly meant to live. Stop being afraid of change. Your greatest life might be waiting on the other side of fear.